afternoon everyone, hope everybody's okay. I'm just having, I've still got this chest infection working on me, so I'm drinking lemon and ginger just to try and keep my throat from going scratchy. Okay, we're going to do a trifold gate card, and I know it sounds complicated, but I swear I am going to make it so easy for you. Right, you'll see on this photocopy paper that I've got hold of, there's a number of lines and scores and whatever. Okay, your first two score lines, you need a piece of card that measures 6 by 12. Okay, and your first two full score lines will be at 1 and 5, and they'll go right the way down your card. Okay, so 1 and 5. Then you can see where I have these blue lines. Okay, they're score lines, but they're only, see the way they don't go over here, they're only partial score lines. Okay, so you're going to do a partial score line at 1 inch, 5 inch, 7 inch and 11 inch, but obviously your paper will be 12 inches, so okay. Then your full score lines will be at 2 inches, 4 inches, 8 inches and 10 inches. So what you're doing in effect is this on both sides. Okay, so that's what you're doing on both sides. So if I put that paper down there, move that out the way for a minute. This sun's not helping me today. You're just recreating this one. So you've got your score line at the 1 inch on the top, and that goes right the way along, and at the 5 inch at the bottom of your card. Okay, then you have a partial score line at 1 inch top and bottom. Okay, then you have a partial score line at 5 inches top and bottom. You have a partial score line at 7 inches top and bottom, and you have a partial score line at 11 inches top and bottom. My copy of paper is only 11 inches, it's not 12, so don't let that throw you. Then you're going to do a full score line, see this orange line here, a full score line at 2 inches, 4 inches, 7 inches, no 8 inches, because that's our 7 inch, the blue one, 8 inches and 10 inches. Okay, then you see where I've done the red line here, that's where you're going to cut. You're going to cut from your 1 inch score line, the partial score line that we done, and you're going to go from 1, 2, 3, and you're going to stop there, and you're going to do that the top, the bottom, and exactly the same on the other side. Okay, so when you've done that, you will end up with this. Okay, and then it's just a matter of us folding it. So see how it goes? That's the profile of it. So once you've cut all your card, okay, now remember, just go from the 1 inch, so 1 score line, 2 score line, 3 score line, and stop your cutting. Okay, and you do that on all 4 ends of your cardstock. And as I say, eventually you will get, it will look like that when you've folded it. Okay. And then when you open it out, there's my cut lines. See the way I've only gone up to the 3rd score line? Yeah. And I've done that on both ends, exactly the same. Okay, so you should end up with that. And this is a brilliant card. It looks harder, and I think it's more intimidating than what it actually is. So when you've got your card flat like that, now we're going to score and burnish, because you will, because it's a moving card, you will have to really burnish it. So we're going to do a mountain fold, then that one's a valley fold, then that one's a mountain fold. Go down. Okay, so we've got our mountain, our valley, our mountain and our valley. Okay, and that should automatically, once you've started them fold, it'll want to fold like that. Okay, and then you turn it round and you do a mountain fold, a valley fold, a mountain fold and a valley fold. And that is what you should end up with when you've done that. Okay, now to make it into a gatefold, what we're going to do is, I know that both these sides are 2 inches wide. Okay, because that was where our first full score line was, at 2 inches wide. So I've cut my panels, I'm missing a bit, excuse me. I've cut my panels out of the same coloured cardstock, and I've cut them at spot on 2 inches. Okay, and they're going to hide all this behind. But what you're going to do is you're just going to put your glue on there and there. Don't put it on these tabs in here, because you don't want them sticking, so it's just there and there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now, so we know where we are. Just take the doodads off this brush. Okay, so I'm just brushing on this glue, trying to stay away from the edges as much as I can. And I'm going to take my 2-inch strip, fold it the right way now. Most people look at some cards and think, oh, can't do that, can't do that. You can. No such thing as can't. Even the word itself has can in it. So you can. Okay, so there's my panel stuck on, and see the difference from this side to this side. Okay, we've just hid all that. Okay, so I'm going to do the same on this side. Just down this 1-inch tab. Okay, and we're going to go right the way down onto this 1-inch tab, and then just the centre. This might be a little bit longer of a video, but I really want to show you, you know, you can do it. It does seem intimidating, but I think the results are worth it. Well, I know whenever I've sent one of these in the post or hand given it, whatever, made it for someone, you know, they've been bowled over like, oh my God, how on earth did you make that? And it's not something new. It has been around for a long, long time. Okay, so that's what we have at the minute. So that has covered all that up. Okay, and I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm loving this colour combo at the minute. And I'm loving this DSP, just absolutely love it. Out of all the packs I got that you see me unboxing, this has to be my favourite. Okay, so there's our berry base panel. Now, our berry base panel, we know that one, our gate filled underneath is 2 inches. So all I do is cut that down by 2/8 of an inch on the top and the side, okay, just to give us that 1/8 of an inch border all the way round, and that's all I do. So I'm gonna get some ribbon first. Okay, and we're just going to stick a piece of ribbon on there and a piece of ribbon on there. So I'm just going to take a glue dot. And this is just going to help keep our card closed. So all I'm doing is taking a glue dot. And make sure you wrap your ribbons that way when you're putting them down, because, hang on, nearly see, no, I was right. Otherwise you'll be flipping them over and all that malarkey, and you don't want to. Right, so I'm going to put my panels on there. Well, I can put my DSP on as well. So again, with the DSP, I have cut it down. Oh, look at this light, isn't that awful? I have cut it down by 2/8 from the top and 2/8 off the side. That just gives me a 1/8 of a border all the way round. I'm really sorry about this lighting. My desk is actually right in front of the window, and I keep yapping at him to help me move it, but we'll get there someday, ladies. And then I'll probably be crying that there's not enough light. As we do. So, is everybody taking advantage of the vouchers on Stampin' Up? If you order £45, you get a voucher for you to use in September, which is brilliant. And have you bought that new Colour Your Season yet? Oh my god, I love that stamp set and the dies. Absolutely love them. So I'm going to lie this directly over my ribbon. And you can see I have my border. Okay, we're just going to do exactly the same on the other side. So I placed an order last night. And I got my voucher codes. So what I would like to do is, for anybody who shops with me, let me just have a quick. For anybody who shops with me during August, I will give you one of my voucher codes. so you can earn yourself a little extra, a little thank you from me to my customers. So if you're interested, just make a purchase. Doesn't matter for how much, could be just an ink pad, and I will give you one of my voucher codes, because I actually spent more than I intended to last night. But it was one of them, you know, the hobbies and work. I'm bored, what can I do? So I went shopping. As we often do, it's silly o'clock in the morning, and then when we wake up and we realise what we've done. Yeah, it was one of them. Okay, so there is the front of our card coming together, and I like it that way, to be honest. Okay, now we know that these top bits and the bottom bits are 1 inch. So again, if you take your DSP and just cut it 2/8, oh, this light is awful, 2/8 of an inch shorter than the actual back of your card, and then your DSP is 2/8 of an inch all the way around, well, 2/8 of an inch off the top, 2/8 of an inch off the side, and that will give you your lovely border on these bits as well. That I'm missing some. You can decorate yours up, you can, you know, just leave it basic. I mean, you can actually just put the DSP on and not bother with the card. It's entirely up to you, but I'm just loving this colour combination at the minute. I'm also loving like a turquoisey blue and lilac for some reason. I don't know. I just woke up this morning and started playing about, and I'm just gluing off to the side. Started playing about, and that was the colour combination that I chose for my next project. So if any of you would like a catalogue, please let me know. I do have a couple over, and don't forget the seasonal catalogue will be coming out September, I think, September, October maybe, with all the Christmas yummy stuff in. You can never start too early for Christmas. Okay, just a couple more, ladies, bear with. Okay, I'm still missing a piece of DSP. There it is. Okay, so did you get me message about the glue? Let me know. She was asking what type of glue it was I was using with the brush on the end, and it's just, look, the light won't even, it's just that one, and you get it from the works. I'm not a glue friendly person. For some reason glue just doesn't like me. And this one seems to be, when I don't glue it to my desk, table. Seems to be the only one that works for me. So I'm just sticking that on. Right, now we can put these on. We've got all our layers. Look, oh, fingers and thumbs. I hope this light's not bothering you too much. So we'll start with the centre one. Okay. Oh, come on, don't start acting up now. Just been singing your praises. And I have to say, I'm loving this new formula they've come up with for the ink pads. It really does give you a crisp, clear image. Whatever they've added to it, I do not know. But it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Obviously you can take more time on you. I'm trying to rush now because I don't want to keep you. Last one. I had it all then. Okay, that's going to be our centre card. Just put some glue on there. I do watch a lot of videos. I might not always comment, but I do watch a lot of videos. And I do try and reply to people who leave comments on my videos. As I say, I do watch a lot. Sometimes I'm guilty of it. I may not always leave a comment on other people's, but I do watch. It's not as if I'm being ignorant towards my friends or anything. So that is our card. Okay, and I've cut out, this is out of the stained glass, painted glass. I've cut out the butterfly and the rose. Okay, I've cut 3 of each, I think, yeah, 3 of each of them out. I've also cut out some of the frames out of the stitch label framelets, which are these. Now, my dogs are out there going mad at something. Must be the postman. Either that or the birds flew over the garden. My Westie's getting on now. We call him Ollie. He's getting on a bit, and I think he's got a bit of doggy dementia, if there's any such thing, because he doesn't even like the birds flying over the garden. It's hilarious. Right, so there's my centre frame to put my sentiment on. Now, I love this. I absolutely love this set. Look, even Even my front cover on my phone is a dandelion clock. I know, it's sad, but true. So I absolutely love this set. Now I just want, on this one, I just want the head of the dandelion. So let's see. It doesn't matter if it goes through these holes, I'm not bothered about that. We'll use this one, shall we? I just want the head. I'll use this one. Yeah, so this new formula they're using in these ink pads, oh my lord, they're absolutely fantastic. They're well worth investing in if you're an avid stamper or just a beginner, because I'm telling you, see, if you're a beginner, you won't want to use any other ink. Just want that on at an angle. Just give it 5 seconds to transfer it over for the ink. I should use my stamparatus. Now that's what I wanted. I didn't want it too heavy. I just wanted to keep it simple. And then on the inside one, I'll just leave this off for a minute. I just want the clocks. That's what I call them. I don't know what anybody else calls them, but I call them clocks. And we're going up the way. So if I just in there. Okay, so for this front one, do you know what, I might not even, let's see. No, I'm just going to stick with me centre one. As they say, sod it. So what I'm going to put on the front is the dandelion clocks, sorry, in the centre is dandelion clocks towards the top right. Okay, and I'll leave that on there. So now it needs to be sending well wishes your way. I want to use that one. Okay, and I'm going to use in fact I'll use my berry burst. And put that in, just in the centre. And I'll put my butterflies on the front, I think. So we're going to give them a bit of shape. Just take your bone folder just to break down the fibres, and our mini glue dots. I just stamped these out of that painted glass and then die cut them out using the dies. That ginger's the sweat slashing off me. But it's doing its job. Okay, put a couple of roses on. These are just stamped and die cut as well. So if you're like me, you don't like nothing flat. So I'm just gonna the hubby up out of bed. Notice how the dog's all shut up when he gets up. And the last one, you'll be happy to know. Still got my tape on there from when I die cut it. Just going to stick that on there, I think. Okay, so there's our gate-filled trifold. Try saying that when you're drunk. And that's what it looks like, the inside. Okay. There's when it's standing. And I'm just going to tie this ribbon to keep us shut. You can always add some beads and bling. You know, you do you. I probably will after the video. There we go. And that will fit in one of our, let's see if I've got one handy. No, not the notelets. Our normal, is it C6 envelopes. So there's our card that we've just made. I don't do bows on video because I never get them right, and that is your profile. And again, all you need to do is take your 6x12 piece of cardstock. You do a partial score at the 1 inch top and bottom. Sorry, we'll start from the beginning. You will take your 6x12 cardstock, put it on the portrait position and score it 1 inch and 5 inches. Okay, so that gives us that 1 inch either side. Okay, so 1 inch and 5 inches. Turn it round do a partial score at the 1 inch, a full score at the 2 inch, a full score at the 4 inch, a partial score at the 5 inch, partial score at the 7 inch top and bottom, a full score at the 8 inch, a full score at the 10 inch, and a partial score at the 11 inch. Okay, then you're going to put this in your trimmer or whatever, or if you use a one of these thingies, knives, just cut from the first score line, second score line to the third score line, and that's it. And then just do your mountain and valley folds. That's as hard as it gets, and you will end up with a lovely, stunning wow factor card that when people receive it, it'll be like, oh, how did you make that, you know? So yeah, so that's our gatefold trifold card. Hope you give it a go. Like I say, if anybody who shops with me in the month of August will receive one of my bonus codes. I will get your email address and email it to you so you can use it, just as a little thank you. Also, if you want a catalogue, just shoot me an email. My email's always underneath. And if you would like to join up to our team, you know, again, just shoot me an email and I shall send you the link for that as well. Okay, ladies and gents, take care and take care of each other. Bye.